I don't know what happened with that.
You can call.
I want to appreciate you calling in, Stanley. I don't know. We've been having equipment malfunctions up here. I tell JC Chief to get some new equipment so we can stop having that. But don't worry, bro. We'll try to get you in next week. I'm sorry. I know you're a busy man. You know, we'll try to get him in next week. But thank you, Stanley, for trying to call us in today. So, trending. What is trending today? Everybody don't speak at once. Hold on, somebody. Well, let me go ahead and go because this one here, she got to look up, find out what's going on outside of it. What's going on with the 3 UCL players, Dave? Because I know this is your purview because you like to do sports.
Well, you had 3 of the guys go to China on a trip with the team, and they ended up stealing from 3 different stores.
Wow.
Being arrested and were potentially facing 10 years in prison if convicted. In fact, they would have been convicted. Let's be realistic. Allegedly, your president stepped in and talked to Xi Jinping and asked him to give him a break, and apparently that's what happened. And they're back at UCLA. Now they're suspended for indefinitely. Personally speaking, I think they need I have two schools of thoughts on this. You can immediately jump out and say, hey, well, they ought to be suspended for the rest of the year, yada, yada, yada. They should have known better. But then, too, do you not use this as a teaching moment for young people? Because, in fact, they are young people. Now, we can quickly say, oh, that was stupid of what they did, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
And it certainly was. But I always like to use teaching moments. And you know, there's no excuse for especially for the ball kid. I mean, they rolling in money.
Right, they rolling in money. What
you
was
know,
dude thinking about?
There's just no excuse for that. You could argue that, hey, a lot of these kids are not being paid and they don't have money when they go on trips like this, but they do,
right?
Especially that ball kid. So I didn't understand that logic there from his point of view. If I'm his dad, you know, I'd be coming down on him like water in rain, you know, because that was just pure stupidity. But at the end of the day, should they be suspended for the rest of the year? I don't know. I think they certainly, with this international embarrassment, you know, this is something going to haunt them for the rest of their lives. I think you let them get back on the court at some point this year, right, and let them move on. If you make them stay out the whole year, then you're making them wallow in the misery, and I don't think that's what discipline should be, in my opinion. So, you know, I could spank my kids at one point,
right,
and 15 minutes later, I'm loving on them. That's
right.
what we got to do. We got to quit throwing the baby out with the bathwater. That's what I'm saying.
Really, the baby was in the bathwater. You didn't drown the baby, man? No, okay. I'm just saying. Okay, so my thing about it is that here's the real ugly part of it, and it's the take from it. You had to sit around here in a press conference
and apologize to Donald Trump.
To Donald Trump.
If that wasn't punishment enough,
right? Having to talk and thank Donald Trump, which probably was a pride-swallowing siege. If that didn't make you feel bad, to have to thank a guy who, one, you know you ain't going to never vote for and you hate him.
Again, that will follow them for the rest of their lives.
And that's what I'm saying. And I wait till the youngest ball comes. Hey, bro, how you doing? You 40 years old now. Yeah, you remember that time when you went and had to go and thank Donald Trump? You know we ain't forgot that, don't you? We're going to kick you out of the cookout. Because that's what they had to do. They had to go on TV, and, of course, it was scripted. We want to thank Donald Trump. And, see, that's the thing. This little orange weasel, used it as an opportunity to get kudos. Of course, it was an international incident.
But you know what? Those boys put themselves in that place.
No,
yep.
and
they decided
and why would you go steal in China?
In China, dude, come on.
Everything over there is knockoff anyway.
Go to a KKK meeting and steal some hoods, but don't go to China and shoplift.
Don't go anywhere and shoplift.
I'm just saying, don't go anywhere and shoplift, but you leave the country. You go to another country with very, very strong, set in stone rules and regulations, and the president of the United States, which we all hate if we got good sense, has to step in and get your butt out of trouble. You gotta go on TV and thank this man that none of us want to thank for even breathing.
Right.
I mean, he put
only thing we want to thank him is when he's getting on Air Force One to go home because he's now a private citizen because he's been impeached.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, and I can, you know, having children
I
that
gotta
age,
get my feelings all in.
having children that age, I just, the way their parents must feel. Can you imagine that being your child?
Right, because I was tripping on it, and then
Oh,
I
my
said ball.
goodness.
I was like, oh boy.
I mean, that's one of those. I
that's
wouldn't even want to go to the grocery store.
That hurts
like,
the brand.
I would have to go into hiding. I would need some time as a recluse. I couldn't do it. Mm-mm.
Right, and not because I got caught shoplifting. I mean, come on.
Forget the shoplifting. It's just
Donald Trump.
it is shoplifting, but
But
you
bad
involve
enough, but
you
Donald
involve
Trump.
Donald Trump in your
I
shoplifting.
really want to
scandal.
thank Donald Trump for getting us out of it. And you can see the tears in their eyes as they said it because, you know, they know that it's going to haunt them for the rest of their life in the black community.
Okay, so we've spent enough time speaking about the Orange Man.
Okay,
Let's go
yeah.
to something
I know,
lighter
because that's kind of like
trending.
giving him free press, isn't it?
How about something lighter that's trending?
Okay, what's good?
Okay, so Tesla came out with a Roadster, and it goes from, let's see
Oh,
here.
you're a Consumer Reports
It
girl.
does
okay.
the 0 to 60 sprint in 1.9 seconds, and it continues to do the quarter mile in less than 8 seconds.
That's not a car. That's a rocket.
That absolutely decimated the Dodge Demon, which is the current king of the acceleration states.
And that's a Tesla did that?
It's a new Tesla Roadster.
The self-driving car. Give me the picture of that. Can I see a picture of that thing? 'Cause I had to go and put that on my bucket list.
Let me get you a better picture. There's a picture of it on the road.
Huh.
But those
Tesla is coming up. You know, they were trying to do the affordable M3s now with, you know, a lot of people don't want them because they don't have the charging stations for them. But I've seen quite a few of them here in Little Rock.
Well, the thing about it is they're trying to adapt those chargeable cars to the regular. You get an adapter and you can plug it in to a regular.
Well, most people are doing them at home.
Yeah,
you have to put a charging station home.
A regular a relative of mine used to drive a Nissan, and
Right.
he didn't have to do the special charging because there was an adapter that he could purchase, and you could use it like on a heavy duty outdoor outlet, so he could charge it in the driveway. But I just thought I'd throw that in there. The Tesla's pretty cool, so you know, let's add that.
Go
to
Tesla!
Yeah,
I want to give me one of those.
Isn't he being sued by his employees for racial discrimination?
Oh Lord, here
Who?
goes Dave. See, you did. See, he gonna piss on
Elon
your parade.
Musk, the owner of Tesla.
I don't know, sweetie. I didn't get past the pretty red roadster and how
Oh,
fast
okay.
it was. I didn't dig
See how
deep.
women are so
Yeah,
they're so shallow on the surface.
I am shallow. I didn't dig deep on this one. It was shiny. It was red. It's got 4 wheels. It's low slung.
I thought you were an SUV gal, so
I am, but I still like sports cars.
Get away.
I do
Get
like
away.
sports cars. You
Get
know,
away.
They're good momentarily. I'll put it like that. I couldn't live with one, but I could deal with one on a weekend, like a Sunday car.
oh, that's like your side vehicle.
There you go.
Tell them to leave the light on. Money by the nightstand. Hold on, I want to talk about something. This is
Tesla being sued after
Good.
after firing 400 employees without proper notice. He's also being sued for racial discrimination as well. So anyway, so
Thank you, Dave, for ruining
just
our
saying,
day on the Tesla. Now I can't buy it. So anyway, let's look on something on the
just to be
political-
specific,
Oh, just
Tesla is a hotbed for racist behavior.
Oh,
Let's see
now, what site is this from, bro?
This is the Denver Post.
Hey. That's kind of liberal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tesla is a hotbed for racist behavior, black workers say in lawsuit.
Oh,
N-word regularly used
what?
on production for former employees allege. And he basically told them that they can't take it personal. You know, they got to have thick skin.
Wow, really?
Anyway, as we move on.
Don't mark off Tesla. That's not going to happen. They calling us dark people. No, we're not going to do that. Let me get a check right there. Okay. Dave, what's going on the Ray Moore front? I know we gave this clown some.
You mean Roy Moore?
Yeah, Roy Moore. I keep thinking about Uncle Ray. You know, he's always a good run of a joke. But no, Roy Moore, you're absolutely right. Did some clowns come out today and try to, last week or earlier this week, try to defend him. Pastors.
Well, do yourself a favor and go out. And who is the guy? I've forgotten his name now. I actually posted on my Facebook about him, but the black pastor who tried to defend him yesterday on
Fox News.
No, actually, he was on MSNBC with Stephanie Rule. And
wait a minute, was he one of these old
what's this Mark?
Negroes?
What was the guy's name that was busted for lying about his resume on his Facebook page? Mark Burns. Wasn't that him? But anyway, he
that big old coon.
He basically said
that was Mark Burns was there defending him.
Yeah, he basically said that he was anyone could make the mistake Roy Moore
really
made. And she checked him immediately. She said, no, not anyone, because I wouldn't be banned from a mall. She just ticked off a lot of lists. But the point is that if you want to see something comical, go out and look at that interview on Stephanie Rule with Mark Burns. It's and I actually posted. It was on yesterday morning. I actually posted immediately after the fact.
Did you put it on your page?
I didn't post the video, but I posted just saying, hey, now he is the type of person that you got all these good black Christian people out here trying to do the right thing, and you see him do what he's doing. It's an embarrassment. It's also an embarrassment for the evangelicals, because you run around and this man has cloaked himself in the Bible, but clearly, and this is the point I wanted to make earlier that I've been making since this story broke, is that this entire town knew this man was a pedophile.
Right.
The entire town. The mall had banned him. The assistant district attorney who worked in his office with him admitted and said, hey, everybody always knew this was common practice by Roy Moore. So wait a minute. You are a legal arm of the law.
Right.
You work in his office.
Right.
And you know he's trolling young girls, yet you do nothing. All right. You have women saying it's okay. It's just amazing. He even admitted that the girls that I dated, I got permission from their mothers. Right. So what's going on in Gadsden, Alabama? And see, this is the story I'm looking at.
Right.
What's going on? You even had a guy at the mall who said he worked at one of the stores, and the police came up and said, if Roy Moore comes around, let us know. He asked the police why.
So
the police
right.
didn't tell him,
right.
But the police knew. Then he asked the boss of the store, and the boss told him. So even the police knew.
Right.
So what's going on in Gadsden, Alabama, that they are allowing this pedophile? Okay. Now you can say one girl was lying, but you can't say 9.
Right.
Okay, President Trump, you can say one woman was lying,
right.
But you can't say 19 was lying.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, have we lost our morals in this country that politics is more important than the abuse of our young girls? This is a problem, people. At least it is to me. And it should rankle every common sense, black, white, evangelical, Christian, you name it.
Human.
You see?
It's a human rights violation.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then did you see his attorney yesterday? You gotta, it's classic. So Ali Velshi and Stephanie Rule was interviewing him.
Right.
And he actually brought up Ali Velshi. Okay, as to suggest that because your name is Ali Velshi, you have a history of sexually abusing young girls.
Right.
Then Stephanie Rule said, "What does that have anything to do with?"
Right.
Ali was born in Canada. Now here's his attorney, his mouthpiece, making an openly racist statement on national TV.
Right.
There's a problem in Gadsden, Alabama. Didn't mean to be long, but people need to pay attention to what's going on.
Oh, I'm
telling you.
Wait a minute. I got one more to talk about. I mean, and this is what we're talking about. This is this is the kind of country. And you wonder why we're the laughing stock of the planet. Now, one more, because this one's gonna really set you off, David. I know we only got a few more minutes, but we're gonna hit this today because I thought about it when they're trending. Did you see the post about the guy that had the truck? And I'm going to be nice because this is Christian radio. F Trump and F you for voting for him.
Yeah.
And now you got people out here that want this guy. They are not only going on his Facebook page harassing him, they want him arrested and charged.
Well, me as a radio person, you know what I'm going to say right off the bat.
Right.
Free speech. First Amendment.
Well, the ACLU chimed in on it.
Yeah.
And they said that profanity is part of expressing
exactly
free speech as long as it does not imply violence. They're not saying we're going to beat you if you supported him. So the ACLU chimed in and said that there's nothing wrong with what was said. Now, the people who own the truck, the husband and the wife has mysteriously been arrested. She had an outstanding warrant in her county from August. Someone pressed charges against, nothing related to this, but someone pressed charges against her for some business dealings, and so she had an outstanding warrant for fraud. They haven't elaborated, said anything else about the charges, but like she said, she's pretty sure she didn't even know she had the warrant, but they arrested her related to this, whatever that incident was, and then her husband bonded her out of jail last night.
Well, at the end of the day, regardless of why she was arrested on that separate charge,
they're trying to besmirch her character.
She still has the right to free speech.
Yes,
and all of you gun-toting Trump folks who seem to believe that you have a right to bear arms and don't want to say anything about white males in the last 2 white males in the last 3 months, in less than 2 months, who've killed almost 100 people. You say you have a right to bear arms. Well, you can't have part of the Constitution and not the other part.
No, that's the problem with the fringe in this country. They think that it only applies to them. And let me tell you something. Where were these people when we saw these racist bumper stickers going around for President Obama for the last 8 years?
Obama was a pimp. He was
a pimp. He was a monkey. He was a baboon. His wife was a man.
Gorilla. She was a gorilla. She was a man. They weren't offended when they were talking about one of us.
Right. When it done black folks, it was okay. It was okay.
Well, as abhorrent as the KKK are, they have a right to say what they say. I don't like it, but they have a right to say it.
Well,
that's America.
They have a right to say it as long as they imply violence behind it.
Exactly.
Right.
But they have a right to say it. Now, if they're inciting violence, that's one other thing. But they're expressing their views. It's part of the First Amendment. Do I need to get out my Constitution?
No, you don't need to go and get that.
Because y'all know I carry one with me. So, as abhorrent as it may sound, they have a right to do it.
Yeah.
So
that is what it is at this point. And we're going to wrap this one up. I want to thank Subversive, of course, my man, Uncle Dave. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Of course, look, Devil's Advocates, look, we got movie night coming Tuesday. I'm going to be giving out some door prizes for those who show up because we're trying to go and pop this off. Now, I know everybody trying to wait around for Black Panther next year. Power to the people, bro. Power to the people. Everybody waiting for Black Panther. But look here. We're trying to go ahead and get this off so we can start doing it. Because black folks, if you don't basically lead them to water, they're not going to come. Okay. So we'll be doing that Tuesday. We're going to be working on that. And our Django will be there for the people that show up. We're going to be doing a raffle for door prizes for people. Lucky door prizes. So I want y'all to come. And we're going to do it on the rave on Tuesday night. I'm not going to tell you about the... Come on, ladies. Come out there and go watch Aquaman. Y'all know y'all want to see him. Everybody talking about he's so sexy. I think I'm going to come out there shirtless so I can go and turn him. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm going out there shirtless so I can take their mind off the movie. And, of course, Friday we're going to be with Rodney Block and celebrate my homeboy, Ephraim Neely, the council extraordinaire. Of course, him and Jimmy, all of us go back down like 4 flats in a wave. But my man Ephraim is having his birthday party. We're going to do an all-black affair. We're going to be out there. Django going to be out there with the advocates. We're going to be doing it. And, of course, Rodney Block, always supporting him and his functions. And we will be there next Friday. Friday my way. And we'll be working. See, I don't know if we will be here next Friday because, it's Black Friday.
No, you won't be here.
You won't be here next Friday?
No.
Well, no blacks on Friday then. So we're going to be doing the parties.
At least I won't be here. Y'all going to be here.
Well, no, I ain't going to be there. So we will see you guys next week after next week at the movie somewhere down here on Main Street. Right, we're gonna see y'all somewhere. Just put it like that. And I want everybody for joining us. And hey, thank you guys in the room. No more cat fights in the room, ladies. No more cat fights in the room unless you're naked. And that'll be that. And don't forget, if you can't stand the heat, stay out of Hell's Kitchen. Bye bye.
when I think